Hello. So I wanted to make a quick video for you guys to explain duping. On our page, Borderlands 3 loot farming and loot drops. I feel like this is pretty important for anybody that wants to know how to do a loot drop and not lose their good stuff. Um, so the first thing I'm going to start out with though is the host. The host cannot dupe. So if you're in a lobby by yourself, you cannot dupe. Let me rephrase that. As the host, you cannot dupe in-game, like actively in-game dupe. I'll explain the method for that later. But as the host, there are things that you can do to help dupers in your lobby. Let's say you have a really good internet connection. It'll be a lot harder for the non-hosts in your lobby to dupe. So basically the way duping works is you're sending multiple requests through the system, up through the internet and all that stuff, sending multiple requests to deposit an item before the item deposited packet comes back to you. Um, so if the host and you have a really, really good connection, you're going to have a really, really hard time getting enough deposit requests in before the deposited packet comes back to you. So what the host can do in this situation is go to their bank, and there was the method that we had found prior, which was opening and closing the bank just over and over. But things are loading so fast now that you can't get a good lag spike going. So the new method that we had found is while the host is in their bank is L1 R1 square, just over and over, L1 R1 square. And you can hear it. You don't have to go fast with it, because what you're doing here is you're sending multiple packets through your ISP to load the backpack, the bank, and whatever square you're hitting stuff on. And in doing this, you're creating a really, really nice lag spike to pop off between 5 and 7 deposits from the non-hosts in your lobby. Now let's say that I am a non-host. I don't have the first room. I have, the second room, or I have the third room, so on and so forth. If I have any of these rooms, what I would do to dupe an item is I would come to my bank. The host does not have to be um, going through their bank to do this. Most of the time, you can normally get at least one or two dupes just as is. What you do is you would select an item, and I'm not going to do this, I'll deposit multiple things because I'm the host, it won't work, but when you're on an item in your backpack, you're going to deposit it from your backpack into your bank. And when you do, think about all those button prompt games where you have to like mash a button to like open a door, or turn levers, pull a lever or something like that. Any of those where you're just like mashing X kind of thing. That's what you're going to do when you're depositing an item. And normally it'll hang for about half a second. And while you're getting used to this, you'll actually end up depositing a lot of items after the item that you're duping. So definitely take note of like 3 or 4 items that are just beyond the item you want to dupe. So let's say I wanted to dupe this pestilence. I would also see, I have the nebula, the Kybesworth, I have 2 Kybesworths, and a destructo spinner. So I would just start mashing on this pestilence for like half a second. Not very long. I try to get in, maybe 5 or 6 button pushes. If it's successful, you'll hear multiple little deposit sounds. That sound, you'll hear it kind of da 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 da. You'll hear a couple of them, and for each one you hear, that'll be a dupe for you. So that's the basic premise for duping in game. As the non-host, the host cannot dupe that way. The host can only help assist in the duping process for the other 1 to 3 players in the lobby. Now, as the host, the way that you can dupe is, and I can't show this on video because the recording will stop, but what you would do is you would have your backpack set up of all the stuff that you want to do for somebody specifically. You would shut the game down completely, like close the game, all that stuff, and then when you're at the PlayStation home screen, or the Xbox home screen. I don't think this works on PC. It might. But while you're there, you will press, for PlayStation at least, you'll press options on the game and go to upload, download, save data. And you will upload the data to the system. And what that's going to do is that's going to take all the information across all of your characters, upload it to the cloud, and then it'll be permanently stuck in that state in the cloud. So any progress you make beyond that point, if you go to then download, you will come right back to where you were when you uploaded that data. So the way this works with duping is you set your bag up, you upload the whole save file, all of your files across all of your characters, upload all of them to the cloud. You would go into the game where you want to drop the gear, whether you're the host and you want to drop it and wait for them to pick it up, or you just want them to simply invite you into their game and drop it. Once you drop the gear, you will close down your game again, hit options on Borderlands 3, upload, download, and click download this time. And you will download the cloud save file that has the full backpack. And that will overwrite the backpack that has, no gear left in it, or minimal gear, has missing items. That will be overwritten and taken back to the original uploaded state of that save file. You can set up multiple mules, do multiple drops across those mules. Of course, 1 drop per mule. And then go and upload it that way too, if that's how you want to do it. That's totally up to you. So if I can quit out here, I can show you guys some of the stuff that I use and the way that I would do it. So out of my characters here, I have these guys. A lot of these guys are set up for mules. So I have a Phase, Slam, Cast, and Grasp Amara set and Amara class mods. I have Relics, Zane class mods, and Crit Swap Scourges. This one I have not dropped yet for the Borderlands 3 loot drop and loot farming page on Facebook. But this is full of caustic gear for the event, which I actually need to get on dropping this for everybody. Terror and ASC, purples and blues, and jelly, PB&J, because why not? Miscellaneous, I just had nowhere to put this stuff. Gamma, Flak, Frozen, Zane, Cryo. So what I would do is I would load up onto one of these, like, hey, I need Gamma gear. I'd load into my Flak on Gamma, I would drop all my stuff at their lobby, close out of the game, back to character select. Hey, I need Frozen Cryo gear. I would hop on this guy, go drop it all, so on and so forth until I've dropped an adequate amount of stuff, not picking up anything for trade, not picking up any of my mail. I'm not picking up anything while I am in this drop spree. Once I have it all dropped, I would then shut the game down, options on Borderlands 3, upload, download, and I would re-download my save that I made just before the drops so I can get all this stuff back. And that is a note to you guys, when you are duping this way, be sure you make an upload right before your duping session. Because if you forget to upload, let's say you do an upload like a week prior, and then you drop a whole bag for some random person, and then you go to download your file, you will download back to last week's progress. So be sure you make that upload first, and then do your drops. And it's that simple. It's real easy to dupe that way. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, as the host, L1 R1 square to help create lag in your lobby. As the non-host in a lobby, just deposit the item as fast as you can, and you'll get between 1 to 7 dupes depending on how the host is going. 7+ really. The more latency you have, the better. And then save load duping, or upload download duping. Upload uploads the current state, download downloads that state that you saved. So I hope that helps you guys. If you guys want any help with doing any loot drops, just let me know. If you're not from the Facebook page, it is Borderlands 3 loot farming and loot drops, and I hope to see you guys there. Thank you.